What's up guys, Trey Gamer here, and pretty much here's a first impression / pros and cons video where I'm gonna, say the things I like about the game, things like that, pretty much put in my input of so far I've had it since, Monday night, been playing it, and how I feel about the game. I've got a good feel of it. Only a level 32 right now, play with some of the guns, not all of them, use some of the perks, not all of them, obviously. So let's get into it. So let's start off with the basics, how do I feel about the guns? The guns overall pretty decent. Got some good ones, we got some shitty ones. My favorite so far, I would have to say, is the MSMC. Reminds me so much of the AK-74U, and it's the only reason why I like this game so much. The MP7 was really good. I used the TAR, really good, and I know that's going to be a lot of people's choice on the beginner gun for the game. And Type 25 is terrible, in my opinion, because it's very weak, which we'll get into a point that I'm talking about later. So let's start. Now we're gonna talk about. Let's start off, quick scoping in this game. A lot of clans out there like to quick scope, stuff like that. They're gonna be able to do it because I can tell they put it to where you can quick scope, but you have to get the feel of it. Now, just off a starter, you're gonna be like, this is terrible. I'm not feeling it. I don't like it. Things like that. But after a while, it's just gonna be like, oh, hey, this is the same as MW3, etc. It's just the style is different in the way you have to shoot. Just like Black Ops. Everything that was weird, but once people got a hang of it, it was like nothing. It was easy. So people get used to it. Not the best, definitely. I mean, it's not no MW2 / COD 4 sniping, but pretty decent overall. Next, we're gonna talk about drop shotting, another tactic in the game. Now this is where it affects me a lot. I drop shot a lot. They tried to nerf it. I don't think that was a good idea. I mean, it's a newbie tactic, I will admit, but I mean, if you're fast enough to get to the ground like that, they should keep it that way. They made it a lot slower to drop to the ground, so if you try it, you might get killed, it might work. It all varies on who you're going to get them, if they're accurate enough. So overall, when it comes to the drop shot, I wouldn't try it, but it's a reaction for me, so I must do it. Another thing is, let me think. Well, let's get on to the, play styles of this game. I'm loving it. Playstyles is what keeps this game fresh. That's one thing that is better on this Call of Duty than any other. My favorite still was War, but when it comes to the varies in playstyle, you can have a lot of fun with this game. Mix and match with the different perk greeds and wildcards you can use to get, certain perks to match together and see what you can do on the squad. I mean, you on this game with perk 1 or perk 2 / perk 3 greed, you can have multiple perk 1s and etc. And you can also replace certain things to get extra stuff. Like, let's say you want, attachment for your pistol or something like that. You have to replace, attachment for your actual gun or something like that. Like, if you want to get a perk 1 green and have 2 perks, you would have to replace. I think I haven't tried this yet, but I'm just guessing. You have to replace like, an attachment or a grenade also. So you can definitely mix and match different playstyles with the perks you can use on this game, which makes people like, oh, I felt like playing like this today. Let me switch it up, see how this goes, and next thing you're playing totally different, but even better. So that's great. Game modes overall is the same, but league play. Let's get to that. League play is very important. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I've seen stuff on it, and it's great. They put you in a different division depending on how you play. Go in there. Don't go in there solo. Go in there with a team so you can get a team rank. There goes Pro, Master, Platinum, Gold, something, Bronze, Iron. No, Iron, Bronze, things like that. I think there's one class I just missed, but I'm not sure. But overall, Pro rank you cannot do yet. I don't know why they don't allow you. Master rank is the highest you can go right now, and getting your clan ranked in there is pretty cool. You can look at all the different clan rankings, maybe meet them in a lobby and try to beat them out. Now, to get into this league play, you have to play 5 games, and off of those 5 games that you played in a row, it'll match you in a certain division and give you a certain rank in that division, which is really cool. And then you get to see how you rank vary to other teams out there, and you'll know who the best is when it comes to the team play. Same thing with solo. You can also go in there solo. Let me see, what else? Knifing. Knifing, it's a bit con on here. Even with the, combat knife, it doesn't make a difference. The knifing is terrible. It's so many times where I've missed a knife off of a panic knife. I mean, he's literally, I'm at his chest and I just miss. How? I don't know. It pisses me off. The knifing is terrible. We're talking about worse than World of War's knifing, you know. But it was not a problem for World of War because we didn't really think about how bad the knifing was because, you know, CAD 4 knifing was necessarily not the best, and we didn't really start caring about panic knifing until MW2 when it was really implemented. So, I mean, when you get used to that style of gameplay, it kind of throws you off. And now that they nerfed it as bad as they did, I don't even know how to, you know, just, I'm so used to doing it. I always do it and I fail and get killed. So they really need to fix that. Probation, hate it. It's where pretty much you can get banned for doing certain stuff in the game that you're not supposed to do. Now, with this, there's a lot of messed up things. You can get banned if you're not even doing something wrong. Like, I've been disconnected to host for the past couple days. The servers haven't been the best since, you know, 680 to 700,000 has been playing. It's not that easy to be, you know, running smoothly. And also people have been just getting disconnected from the online server itself. And it pretty much, if you quit early, it'll give you a warning. Like, if you quit early, just finish the matches out, or else you'll get probation of pretty much like banned from the server for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a day, week, etc. as many times that it happens. So, like, let's say you just have bad connection as a player, and this always happens to you, then, I mean, you get banned from a game for not even doing anything wrong. So they need to set it up to where it varies. I mean, I do see what they're doing with that, because there's a lot of players who just quit just because they don't want to ruin, you know, their KD or their winning percentage, and so they're like, I'm like 5-14, 5-20, you know, I'm about to leave, start fresh. You know, they're trying to avoid those type of players, so that's what they did with that, but it's not working out whatsoever. Another thing, bullet, how do I explain it? Like, bullet registration. Now, I'm just gonna say that maybe it's because of the server just started, you know, the connection isn't the best, but bullet, it's just, it seems like these guns are too weak on core. Now, we know that it takes more shots as hardcore automatically, yeah, but the thing is, it takes whole clips to kill people now. I mean, it's no way you can, it's hard to get, you know, 2 or 3, 4 people in one clip of a gun on core. And so some of the guns that's even weaker, you can't use. I mean, Type 25, in my opinion, I can't use it. It's impossible for me. Every time I try, I mean, I get some kills, yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of times where I get bullshitted out, where I'll be shooting some guy right in the back of his neck from behind. He turns around and kills me because he has a better gun than me. So that's why I just stick to my MP7 or MSMC. Those guns are great. I love it, and I'm just stick to it. But overall, I think that's the basis of what I need to go over. You know, it's a pretty decent game so far. I have to get more feel of it. You know, like I said, I'm only at 32. So we'll see what happens as I play the game more. Zombies is great, 10 out of 10. Multiplayer, you know, like a 7 out of 10. It's a C. It's decent. It's not the best multiplayer I've ever seen, but it's definitely really fun. So, alright, I'm out.